Hello everyone, and welcome to Senior of Wisdom. Today, I'd like to share some deeply moving reflections from a retired Harvard professor, intended especially for those in their golden years. These words have touched the hearts of many seniors and brought tears to their eyes. I truly believe that after hearing them, you too will feel moved and reflect on life with a mix of emotions. By the time we reach our 60s, if we continue to repeat certain mistakes, old age can become needlessly difficult. Let me share a few thoughts that may help you navigate this stage of life with wisdom, peace, and grace. If you're hoping for a long and healthy life, take a few minutes to listen, and if you can, please subscribe to this channel so you can return and revisit these ideas anytime. First, never disclose the full amount of your savings to your children. This is more serious than it sounds. Research shows that nearly 70% of family disputes revolve around money and inheritance. A recent tragedy saw siblings become enemies over the division of family property. As the old saying goes, money is money, family is family. The more children there are in a household, the higher the risk of financial conflict, sometimes ending in court battles and broken families. The money we've earned through a lifetime of effort should bring peace, not tension, to our loved ones. Second, avoid arguments with your spouse once you're past 60. Your children are now occupied with their own families and responsibilities. This means your partner becomes the most constant person in your daily life. There's a saying, in youth, we share love. In old age, we share loyalty. As we grow older, our spouse becomes our closest ally, emotionally and physically. No one wants to face the later years in loneliness. So value your life partner, treat each other with kindness, and cherish the time you have together. Third, don't use your retirement funds to raise your grandchildren. While this may seem harsh, studies reveal that more than 60% of elderly caregivers feel exhausted, both mentally and physically, when tasked with full-time childcare. Not only does it drain your energy, but it also increases the risk of being taken for granted. Young parents today think differently. You may sacrifice your time and money, but your efforts aren't always recognized. This can lead to emotional strain. Instead, focus on your own well-being and enjoy the freedom you've earned. Fourth, if you're living alone, be cautious about remarrying. This may be a tough truth, but it must be spoken for your own happiness. Remarrying late in life is rarely as smooth as we hope. Each person has lived a full, independent life, and merging two separate routines can lead to tension over habits and finances. Instead of introducing new challenges, consider embracing your independence. Do what makes you happy. You might find that peace and solitude are more fulfilling than a complicated new relationship. Fifth, do not rush to sell your home, even if your children speak kindly or make generous promises. A home is not just bricks and walls. It represents security, comfort, and years of memories. A home holds years of memories and remains the one place you can always return to, no matter how tough the world outside becomes. It is your sanctuary, filled with comfort, peace, and familiarity. Don't let it go too quickly. Sixth, no matter how close you are to your children, keep in mind the crow-pushing principle, which teaches us the value of independence. Just as young birds must leave the nest to fly, we must also learn to stand on our own, even in old age. Depending too much on your children can weigh them down. By staying self-reliant, you actually express a deeper kind of love and respect. Seventh, try not to stay at your children's home for more than a few days at a time. Though it may sound cold, keeping visits short helps preserve long-term affection. Even if no one says it, overstaying can create discomfort. Healthy relationships require space. Like tea that's just the right temperature, the warmth is best when not too overwhelming. Eighth, when your children marry, avoid placing heavy expectations on them. The more you expect, the easier it is to feel let down. Parents often dream that children will care for them endlessly, but today's world is fast-paced and their lives are full. It's healthier to let go a little. Like flying a kite, you must loosen the string for it to rise. Ninth, don't let worries steal your sleep. The more we dwell on things, the more tangled our minds become. Instead, pause and revisit the problem tomorrow. It may look simpler in the light of a new day. Emotional well-being matters just as much as physical health, and too much worry only chips away at your peace. 10th, don't concern yourself with things beyond your control. There's a saying, children have their own fate. Once they grow up, they live their own lives and make their own choices. You cannot walk every path for them. Check in with kindness, but avoid overstepping. Let go and peace, and perhaps even longer life will follow. 11th, avoid pushing your body past its limits. When you feel tired, rest. The body is not built to run like a machine forever. If you're unwell, don't hide it. Listen to your symptoms. Hospitals are costly, and recovery can be hard. Taking care of your health today is the smartest investment you can make for tomorrow. 12th, don't be so frugal that you forget to live. Many seniors have spent decades saving and sacrificing, but life isn't meant to be all restraint. If there's something you enjoy, a special meal, a scenic trip, don't wait. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, the candies you've saved all your life. Now is the time to open them and savor each one. 13th, never forget. Your health is your greatest treasure. Without it, nothing else truly matters. Health supports happiness, freedom, and independence. It allows you to enjoy life and not become a burden to others. Care for your health like nurturing the roots of a strong tree. With strong roots, your final chapters can be full of life, joy, and meaning. In the end, 3 things matter most: eating well, resting enough, and keeping a light and happy heart. Sleep, in particular, is crucial. So don't stay up late, and make sure your bedroom feels calm and inviting. Remember, your health isn't just your own business. It deeply affects your whole family's well-being. No matter your past success or wealth, none of it matters without health. Protect your body by living wisely. Eat moderately, move regularly, go for checkups, and stay mentally upbeat. That is the greatest gift you can offer those who love you. We must also accept that we are no longer young. Some mistakes we simply can't afford to make anymore. Even if we still feel mentally sharp, it's important to act with care and avoid missteps. Certain areas of life require special caution now. First, don't insert yourself into your children's big purchases like homes or cars. If they ask for your input, share gently, but don't take control. Second, avoid getting involved in family dramas or disputes over property or inheritance. These are usually more complex than they seem and often involve money and hidden tension. Stepping in can cause more harm than good. Third, steer clear of your friends' relationship issues. Romantic troubles are deeply personal. Even if they ask for advice, most couples prefer to work things out themselves. Just listen with compassion and avoid taking sides. Also, be very careful about lending money in your later years. There are 3 types of loans you should avoid. First, don't lend money unless it's for a real emergency, like a health crisis or a natural disaster. Your retirement savings are limited, and giving out loans can lead to financial stress and emotional strain. Once it's gone, it's hard to recover, and relationships can break if money is not returned. Second, avoid lending money for risky investments. Promises of high returns often come with high risks, and without a steady income, a loss can hit hard. If the venture fails, you lose too, and if it succeeds, you may gain very little in return. Third, never lend money to support gambling. The chances of getting it back are slim. Gambling is unpredictable and addictive. The safest response is a firm no. Your money should support your own comfort, not disappear into someone else's poor decisions. Finally, steer clear of 3 unwise behaviors. First, never ignore your health. You may not notice the damage until it's too late. Avoid bad habits like overeating, smoking, or heavy drinking. Take your well-being seriously. Second, don't make mistakes in your personal relationships that cause lingering bitterness. At this stage, you don't have the strength for long emotional battles. Choose peace. Avoid unnecessary conflict and interfering in others' lives. When it comes to the affairs of younger generations, remember what it was like when you were their age. They're trying to find their own freedom, just as you once did. Don't be too quick to interfere or hold on too tightly. Third, avoid offering help through intermediaries. Relying on others to act on your behalf can complicate matters and put your reputation at risk. If things go wrong, the blame will inevitably fall on you. In your later years, it's important to protect your well-being, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Avoid carrying unnecessary burdens or resentments. There are 3 things you should never wish for in old age. First, don't wish for great wealth. Just wish for enough food, warmth, and comfort, without the worry of falling short. Second, don't rely on others to save you from every hardship. Instead, strive for the ability to rely on yourself. And third, don't expect gratitude from everyone you help. Simply aim for a clear conscience and be at peace with your actions. Additionally, there are 3 things you should never say. First, avoid lying. Second, don't use harsh words to threaten others. Third, refrain from speaking words that hurt deeply. Our words have great power to harm, and at this stage, we should avoid unnecessary conflict or trouble. There are also 3 actions you should avoid. First, don't hold on to anger or keep grudges. Anger only harms your own health. Second, don't try to appear younger than you are or chase things that are out of reach. Accept your age and focus on maintaining good health. Third, don't be a constant source of financial support for others. Don't deprive yourself of life's comforts by saving excessively. Money is meant to serve you, not the other way around. Lastly, there are 3 things you should never give up on. First, don't give up on presenting yourself well. Looking neat and feeling confident is important. Second, never give up on kindness. Stay compassionate and generous. And third, don't give up on joy. Keep your heart light and your spirit youthful, no matter your age. There are also 3 fears that should never hold you back. Don't fear growing old, it's simply a part of nature. Don't fear being alone, solitude can bring peace and clarity. And don't fear the future, whatever will come, will come. What matters is living fully in the present. Age is not defined by numbers, but by how young you feel inside. Some people in their 80s or even 90s still radiate youthful energy and joy. Let go of your worries and embrace the days you have left with fullness and purpose. There are also 3 questions you should avoid asking. First, don't ask about someone's past titles or positions. They no longer matter. Second, don't ask about someone's financial situation. Money does not define a person's worth. Third, don't ask about someone's age. What matters most is whether they are happy. In the end, old age should not be feared. The true fear lies in not knowing how to enjoy it. Live with health, joy, and freedom from unnecessary entanglements. Thank you for listening. If you found these thoughts helpful, please consider subscribing or sharing them with others so they can benefit too. I look forward to connecting with you in future programs.